In the heart of a bustling city lived a young girl named Jessie, an orphan by circumstance but not by fate. Life for Jessie was a mosaic of everyday normalcy, painted with hues of routine and simplicity. She was an orphan, not by choice, but by the cruel twist of fate that life had dealt her. Jessie, however, was not one to be defined by her circumstances. She was a beacon of resilience, a testament to the strength of the human spirit. Her life was as ordinary as any other teenager's, filled with school, friends, and dreams of a future where the skies were not clouded with the shadows of her past. One day, as Jessie was rummaging through an old box of keepsakes, she stumbled upon a worn-out envelope. Inside it was a letter, yellowed with age and time. Curiously, she unfolded the paper and began to read. Each word was like a whisper from the past, a secret melody that held the promise of a profound revelation. The letter hinted at something that Jessie had never dared to dream of, the existence of her mother, Rebecca. A wave of emotions swept over Jessie, surprise, confusion, fear, and a glimmer of hope intertwined within her. Could her mother really be alive? The thought was as terrifying as it was thrilling. It was like discovering a new world, a world where she wasn't alone, a world where she belonged to someone. The seed of a quest was planted in Jessie's heart. She knew she had to find the truth, no matter how daunting the path might be. She had to find Rebecca, not just for herself, but for the little girl who yearned for her mother's love. With a determined heart and the old letter in her hand, Jessie decided to embark on a journey that was about to change her life forever. The path to discovery is always filled with uncertainties, but for Jessie, it was a path she was willing to tread. Our young heroine embarks on a journey, a quest that traverses the bustling city, a labyrinth of possibilities and shadows of the unknown. Jessie, resilient and undeterred, steps onto the busy streets. The city, a sprawling canvas of life and stories, is both daunting and inviting. It's a place where dreams are made and lost, where secrets are buried deep under the concrete jungle. But Jessie is not intimidated. She's on a mission, a quest to find her mother, to unravel the mystery that life threw at her. Perseverance becomes her closest ally. She scours the city, from the towering skyscrapers to the hidden alleyways, leaving no stone unturned. Her determination is unwavering, even when the city tests her patience and resilience. She stands tall against the gusts of doubt and fear, her resolve unbreakable. There are moments of frustration, instances where the weight of the world seems too heavy for her young shoulders. Yet Jessie rises above it all. She stumbles, she falls, but she gets up, dusts herself off, and continues to walk. She's fueled by the love for her mother, a love that transcends the boundaries of time and space. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the city, Jessie unearths a significant clue. A clue that reignites her spirit, that adds a spark to her eyes. It's a piece of the puzzle that brings her closer to her mother, a step further on her journey. This clue, a beacon of hope, lights up her path, illuminating the way forward. It's a testament to her unwavering faith and determination, a reminder that even in the darkest corners of life, there's a glimmer of hope, a silver lining. In the face of adversity, Jessie found hope, a glimmering beacon that guided her closer to her mother. Through it all, Jessie's journey is a testament to the power of hope and the strength of a girl on a mission. And so, the journey continues one step at a time towards the promise of a reunion and the warmth of a mother's love. The world works in mysterious ways, and for Jessie, it unraveled a reality she was unprepared for. Her journey led her to a small town nestled between the mountains, where she found her mother, Rebecca. But this was not the joyful reunion Jessie had pictured in her dreams. Instead, it was a maelstrom of emotions that left her grappling for solid ground. Rebecca, a woman with kind eyes and a smile that echoed her own, was alive. She was alive, but not as Jessie had imagined. She discovered that Rebecca had not abandoned her out of choice. Life, in its unpredictable nature, had thrown Rebecca into a whirlpool of unavoidable circumstances, forcing her to make the heart-wrenching decision to leave Jessie behind. Jessie learned that her mother, against her will, had to give her up to ensure her safety and a chance at a better life. A life Rebecca, trapped in her circumstances, couldn't provide. This revelation, although painful, was also a balm to Jessie's aching heart. Her mother had loved her after all, enough to let her go, to sacrifice her own happiness for her child. As Jessie stood there absorbing this unexpected revelation, she felt a myriad of emotions: anger, confusion, relief, and a strange sense of peace swirled within her. She had found her mother, but not in the way she had expected. This was not a simple story of abandonment and reunion. It was a complex tapestry woven with threads of love, sacrifice, and resilience. In the midst of this emotional storm, Jessie found a strength she didn't know she possessed. She realized that her mother's decision, as devastating as it was an act of love. A love so profound that it was willing to endure the pain of separation for the promise of a better future. In the midst of joy and sorrow, Jessie stood there, trying to comprehend the bittersweet revelation. This was not the end of her journey, rather it was a new beginning, a turning point that would shape the rest of her life. Life is a tide of emotions, and for Jessie, it was a tide she was learning to navigate. Discovering that her mother, Rebecca, was alive all this time was a revelation that stirred a sea of emotions within her. It was a tsunami of surprise, a whirlpool of confusion, and a current of anger, all surging within her heart. But as the initial shock subsided, Jessie found herself on a transformative journey. You see, emotions are not just feelings, they are signals, guiding us towards understanding. Jessie's emotions were telling her something. They were pointing her towards a path of comprehension, a path that led to her mother's past. As she delved deeper into Rebecca's history, she discovered a story filled with pain, sacrifice, and love. Rebecca had been young, scared, and alone when she'd given birth to Jessie. She'd made the difficult decision to give Jessie up, hoping her daughter would find a better life. And though Rebecca had been absent, her love for Jessie was an ever-present force, a beacon of hope in the darkness. As Jessie unraveled this story, her anger began to ebb, replaced by a growing tide of empathy. She began to see her mother not as an enemy, but as a woman who'd been faced with an impossible decision. And in this understanding, Jessie found the strength to forgive. But forgiveness was just the first step on this emotional journey. Jessie also learned about the power of love, a force more potent than any adversity. She recognized that love was not about perfection, but about acceptance and understanding. And it was this realization that set the stage for the most significant transformation of all. With a heart full of forgiveness and love, Jessie made a decision. She chose to reach out, to bridge the gap that had kept her and Rebecca apart for so long. It was not a choice made lightly, but one born from newfound understanding and compassion. It was a choice that marked the end of one journey and the beginning of another. With newfound understanding and love in her heart, Jessie embraced her mother, ready to begin a new chapter in her life. Every end is a new beginning, and for Jessie, it was the start of a life she had always dreamed of. The day Jessie discovered her mother Rebecca was alive, it was as if the universe had flipped a switch, illuminating a path that had been shrouded in darkness. But the light was warm, inviting, and promised a journey of love, understanding, and healing. This path was not one to be traversed in a day or even a week. It was a path that demanded time, patience, and an abundance of love. It was a journey they were embarking on together to mend the years lost, to fill the voids that had been left gaping. Jessie and Rebecca, two souls bound by blood, were on a journey of discovery, a journey that was as much about finding each other as it was about finding themselves. Rebecca was not just a mother to Jessie, she was a beacon of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. She was a symbol of unwavering love and unbroken promises. And Jessie, she was the embodiment of a dream that Rebecca had held on to for years, a dream that had kept her going when everything else seemed lost. As they began to build their relationship, they found joy in the simplest of things: a shared laugh, a quiet conversation, a warm hug. Each moment, each interaction was a step towards healing, towards understanding, towards love. The journey was not without its challenges. There were moments of doubt, moments of fear, but they held on to each other, drawing strength from their shared bond, their shared determination, and with each passing day, their bond grew stronger, their love deeper. And so, as Jessie expressed her happiness at finding her mother, her voice was filled with hope, with anticipation. She was looking forward to their future together, a future that promised love, understanding, and healing. With her mother by her side, Jessie finally found the missing piece of her life, ready to embrace the joys and challenges of a new beginning.